Oh no 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 no. Oh, at least he's not slow. That's good, at least. If he was slow, I'd have a problem, but he's not slow. I think to save space on the roster, they could have easily done it so that like Brawler and Boxer could be like two stances, and you could have like Brawler to Boxer. Then you could have had like Nishi and like have them as different outfits, even. Nah, I'm not going to do that. That's the only Hime strategy, but now I unlock combos. Look how fucking huge I am. Oh my god. I know Nishi's big, but like this is crazy. I didn't realize he was this big. Actually, why did he not show up? I mean, in the end, like, even all of the other like convict people, the juvenile delinquents, they all show up at the end to watch Joe fight. We've got Aoyama in the end of season 2 with everyone else. It's really cool, and they all watch as Joe dies in the ring, which, again, very ambiguous in the manga. But in the anime, it's especially in the anime, not just in the movie as well, actually, with Joe Forever. But the anime especially makes it look very, very clear that, like, or really heavily, heavily implies that, yeah, Joe might be dead from this. Which again is the way I operate. But the fact that we don't, like, we see everyone, we just don't see Inagaki. Like, we don't see Inagaki, we don't see Kim. I saw a comment about like Leon Smiley, how he should have lived. Leon really should have just been there, and they were like, it's Leon getting ready for a match, and like he's watching it on TV, and he's like, "Hey, come over, the fight's gonna start." Have something, man. Don't kill him off in the most horrible way. You see him in a body bag, and you don't see him, but like the body bag. He even gets like a cool like little splash screen as like he says like his last quote: "I'm the king. I'm gonna be the champ." And then it goes to black and like the text comes on screen. It's super cool. He gets this. But yeah, he doesn't get like an actual, like, oh man. I think I said it in the last episode, something about a fan fiction. Or like Carlos has like a happy ending or something. A fan fiction of that. Before the Jose fight and like Joe meets all of his like past opponents. And like there's a bit at the end where like he goes to like Rikishi's grave. I think he does. I feel like there's a scene of him doing that. I feel like there's a scene of him going to Rikishi's grave before the fight. That feels like it would have happened, but I also feel like it didn't happen. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, season 2 did add stuff. Like, I think the whole wolf thing with like him becoming like a scammer, I think that was added for the anime. And I know the bit with Carlos at the end, where it's like he's in like a little sort of therapy sort of place. I don't know what you call it. I called it a home before, but it's not a home. But no, it's like that was added for the anime, and that was a great bit. So I don't know. They could have done that. Shame they didn't. I think it just would have been like a nice nod. It's like, this is how far we've come. These are all the people. I get that's maybe really cheesy, but like, I don't think it's really out of the. It's not like out of the question for Frost and Joe. Yeah, it's grounded, but also like, hey, why wouldn't they all show up for like a big drink? It's the night before Joe fights Jose. Yeah, we thought he was a dick before, but like, bro, he's kind of like proved us all wrong. He's gone hard. Like, that would be sick. It's just a shame that, I don't know, it doesn't make the story any worse, but like, it would have been cool to see. It would have been cool to see is all I'm saying. It's a good thing I don't have my flatmates on any social media, because they'll be like, can you stop mashing buttons, please? What I'm doing to Rikishi is what they're going to do to me. They'll gang up on me and start headbutting me to death. If I'm gonna make bro, I've been asked. My friend's making a podcast. She wants to make an intro, and she wants to make school students. Oh my god! I want like a hat with propeller on it. If I've got like a school student, I'm bald. I've got a massive beard. That'll be hilarious. That'll be so funny. Do I get like a bit where I get to like wave at the camera? It's like a cheesy like sitcom intro. Oh, I'd love that shit. I'm hella asking to be on that. Man, my ego's so huge. I would absolutely be like, hey, I'm on for that. I've been on podcasts. I made a podcast over lockdown. It was terrible. It was terrible. IRL idiots. Oh my god, good times. Good times. Me and my friends had an idea. I'm like, hey, it's the lockdown. Let's become influencers, become really famous. And I was like, oh, we should do something. We should make like a podcast. We quickly realized that we're not podcast people because we're not smart enough and we're not funny enough, especially not me. It's hard, man. It's difficult, especially when you've got like no script. You've got like, not even a script, but like no like, you know, pointers, things to do. It's difficult. It's hard. It's really hard, actually. How many times can I say it's hard before I just go crazy? You could never take me to like a cinema because I just fall asleep. Also, because all the films I've had to watch at cinemas have been dog shit. It's like, oh, we're gonna watch Avengers Endgame. Not even Endgame, Infinity War. And then I'm like being like, it's kind of shit. And then my friend's like, yeah, but you've got to watch all the other films to understand what's happening. It's like, well, yes, no, maybe so, you know. I know Marvel. I grew up in like a very Marvel household. Even though I do have a love for Batman, you know, I do like Batman a lot. I'm a nerd. But like, my thing's always been X-Men. So like, Avengers to me is the most boring part of Marvel. The only bit of Marvel I like is X-Men and Spider-Man. That's it. Everything else is just whatever. Hulk. I like Hulk. But like the premise of Hulk. Like, he wants to be loved, he wants to be normal, but he's just forced to be like an evil giant beast who just destroys everything in his path. It's sad. The old like live action Hulk show where it's like the dun 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 as he walks away at the end of every episode. I like that. That's a good interpretation of the Hulk. He's supposed to be a tragic character. I like that. But the Marvel films are just like, nah. The old Avengers stuff are just kind of a bit shit. I've seen them. They're just kind of whatever. Infinity War was just like, it felt like it should be part of like a series, which it is. That's what the Marvel films are. They're not standalone anymore. It's like a TV show. But that's what it felt like. It felt like it was the start of an arc in a pre-established TV series, but not like a film that you could just go and enjoy. It's like, I know Thanos. I know the Thanos arc in the comics. I know that. Fucking Squirrel Girl ends up beating him at some point. Thanos loses because like a random human, like just a normal human comes in and is like, yo, what up? You know, Thanos does it to try and impress Lady Death. He wants to fuck Lady Death. That's why he goes around like destroying shit. It's not like this perfectly balanced. It's not this noble villain thing. It's like, it's crazy. But no, because the MCU is so different. It's just, oh god. What other films have we watched? Star Wars. Watched episode 7 when that came out. What was that other one? Rogue One? I remember we watched Rogue One, and my friend after was like, did you understand the ending bit? And I'm like, yeah, it's the start of A New Hope. I only really know that because I played Lego Star Wars 2. That's why I know that. It's the first level. But also it is a very iconic scene. There's this really dumb one I watched with my girlfriend on Netflix. What was it about? It was about like the nerdy guy getting like given a makeover by the popular girl, and it was really stupid. And then there's a bit where like he ends up like just going full Tekken, going like Hworang and just tweaking out, bro. It was crazy. And I'm in like kind of a very Harry Potter household as well, and I fucking Harry Potter is just not my jam. I'll be honest. The first 3 films are good, but like anything after 3 is just a bit shit. I'll be honest. I can't wait to play as this character and just have the time of my life. Not even because he's different, just because it's Kylo's. I don't get to hear his music. I want to hear his funky, fresh beats. I remember when I first played this game. I was like, wow, Ashton Joe for the PS2. Wow. I was like 17, I think. And yeah, I stayed up all night to play the game and unlock all the characters. Should I speak about Nishi's character? He's cool. He's fucking evil when he first appears. Then he kind of is like Joe's bro. He ends up training with Joe alongside Joe with Danpei when they get out of juvie. He lives with them in the slums, which then kind of like leads to the question of like, why does Nishi now live in the slums? Would he not live like? Where was his background? I don't know if they mentioned that. I feel like it was like, oh, he had like a good background, like he was like a rich kid or something. That might just be like me misremembering shit, and it probably is. Yeah, he ends up marrying the girl who like fancies Joe because Joe's his wingman, and it's like, this is so good. This is so cool. I love that little like subplot. The subplot of Noriko fancies Joe, and Joe's like, no, I'm sorry. And while it's like supposed to look like he's being sort of oblivious about the whole situation, like, what? She likes me? At first maybe, but later on it's clearly like there's more to it than that. Like, he knows that he's just not good enough. I know I said like Ippo isn't my thing, but I feel like the Ippo actually, like, from my understanding of it, is that like they have more of like respect for the characters. And like pretty much every character you do come to learn. And I like that. That's cool to me. But Joe, that's probably Joe's biggest flaw, I think, is that like there's characters that they just don't really do stuff with. And like things that just like, I wish it was a bit longer. Even like a slice of life spin-off. Imagine like a slice of life spin-off of Ashton Joe. That would be amazing. We'd never get it, but like, how cool would that be? To the two people who still actually care about the series. One of them being me. It's like Tekken. Different buttons, a different leg. That's so cool. If only it was also more like Tekken. No, definitely not. Oh. Over the shoulder? That would have been cool. Over the shoulder cam. Like God Hand. Got a demon, what am I? Time for me to choose my path. Everybody wants a piece, who's next, don't be a fool. Hyperactive fighting style, so slick it'll make you drool. The God Hand helps me work on my stress. It's overpowering, I must confess. The only person who it doesn't work on is the girl who got me into this Olivia. Oh man, one day I'll do God Hand. It doesn't help when all of your options are so slow that like they just do nothing. That was so smooth, bro. That voice was so good. No, fuck. You don't understand. You don't understand the power I need to put into that. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. Controller down, I've done it. Right, let's see if my previous prediction was right. Is the pose him sat down looking over his shoulder? No, it is absolutely not. He's certainly not sat down. Looks very scary as well. Ooh.